Hi everyone, it's Raleigh, and today I'm planning on my Hobonichi Cousin for the week of February the 5th. And this week I'll be using the Lunar New Year kit from Coffee Monsterz Co. Really beautiful pastel colors. And this year's the year of the dragon, that cute dragon onesie. So I'm happy to be using this. I'm going to start by putting the dates, or the days of the week, up along the top. And I really like the pastel colors in that kit. It's nice and bright and cheerful. Which surprisingly, it has been so, where I am, it's been so kind of gray and dreary for like a week with no snow, just gray and a bit rainy actually. And then the last couple days, we were fortunate enough to have sunshine and clear blue skies. So it's been really pretty. No snow on the ground, although I don't begrudge that too much because I don't have to shovel. But it has been nice and it's warmed up a little bit too. So yeah, so this color is kind of appropriate because I think it's supposed to be nice this week as well. Just finish up with these ones. And I think, yeah, there's a weekend banner in this that I'll put on as well. And I've been doing some thinking over the last few days, and I've decided to kind of have a theme for February, which is going to be quality of life. And it probably sounds a little more kind of deep than it is, but it's just that I'm just going to put these across. These are so cute. So I'll just put these under here. So the start of the year, I think like with most people, there's kind of what you hope for and plan for, and then there's what actually happens. And there's been some ups and downs, and fortunately losing Z early in the year. Although I have since adopted another cat named Winona, who you might hear. She's running around with my other cat, Ren. So that's been kind of bittersweet. And then I was also sick for the last 2 weekends. This is the first weekend I've been able to be out and about. But through that all, and I think I'm going to use some of these full box stickers down on the left here. Oh, and I want to put this because I think Saturday is actually the Lunar New Year. So I'll put that there and some boxes on the left, I think. Yeah, but through everything that happened in January, as I was doing my reflections on it, I was actually happy that despite things going the way they did, and my work was busy because I'd had an extended break over the Christmas holidays, I was actually proud of myself for how well I kind of kept an even keel. I tend to kind of get overwhelmed fairly easily and have some anxiety, but I kind of kept a good kind of baseline level, I guess. I didn't sort of dip down too much, which was good. And of course, I'm fortunate to have really good family and friends too to help me. Just get the second one on. But something I noticed was I did a few kind of relatively smaller things that made me feel really good. And it had those moments of, oh, why didn't I do this before? And oh, that dragon's beautiful. And one small example was, it sounds ridiculous, but when I get home where I kind of put my keys or my sunglasses, because I have a closet with a kind of shelf thing at the bottom, so sometimes I put them there, sometimes I put them on the counter, but I finally just went ahead and bought these little mesh kind of cup things that are magnetic, and so I stuck them on the side of my fridge, which is near my door, and so I've been putting my keys and sunglasses in there, and then I know where they are. And so I'm going to be doing lines across, and I'm debating whether to use this, but it actually got like taken by the cats, I think Ren, one day, and got kind of chewed up on the edges and dusty. So not sure. Yeah, it might be a little too dusty. So anyway, yeah, so I got these little cup things, and it was just that little thing and for a while I've been like, oh, I need to find a proper place to put my keys and stuff, so I'm not always hunting for them. And then I also did a bit of a bigger cleanup one day and just kind of organized some areas so that, and it's just when I walk into the room, I don't feel this kind of aggravation of, oh, this stuff all over is bothering me. So I kind of really recognize how those kind of little things can make a difference. And it's really a quality of life thing. It's just a little thing, but it's a daily thing. And so I kind of just sort of realize that's, I think, what I want to make the focus of February to be, is to kind of focus on these things. And I'm going to use these little kind of post-it note flags because what I'm going to do with this week's setup is divide it into so And I started this last year. When it comes to planning or thinking of what I need to do, I kind of have 3 areas: wellness, home, and finance. And so, oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna, oh, that's a pink one. I think I might switch it out maybe for a gold one. Let me see. Yeah, so wellness, home, and finance. And that's usually how I kind of do different lists. But this time I'm going to do something. I did this a few times last year, where kind of across the week I'll have them instead of just lists at the bottom, with the hope that I'll do 1 or 2 things each day. And what I'm trying to do in this month is I have been thinking about other things I can do to just, you know, from small to kind of medium things to just improve things a little bit every day. So yeah, this is the setup I'm gonna go for this week. And then I actually have in one of my traveler's notebooks that I use for, I think I even call it like scribble thoughts, or I started kind of writing down as I was thinking about this idea and kind of some of the things I want to do. And that's one of the things I struggle with too, is I want to document some of those things. I'm debating whether here to do a line to separate the weekend. Yeah, I'll do this. Is sometimes fitting all those things in lists, but then a way to track them across the week. And sometimes I don't want to put stuff in a specific day because then I might feel like disappointed if I don't do it. But I think this week, if I make things more kind of manageable, reasonable things, and also if I'm okay with myself if I don't do them and they get moved, I think that's kind of why I want to do the setup this way. So each of those posties is going to be one of those areas, and then I'm going to pull them across, and then for each specific day I'll have things that I want to do, although I probably won't fill it all in. Sorry, I was just thinking of maybe moving those over to the right, but I think I'm going to leave those there, and I'll use these boxes instead. Yeah, so I think I'll maybe just put like 4 of these down. Yeah, so in my traveler's notebooks, I have kind of the different things that I think I might want to work on, and then I'll transfer them over to each day. So I probably won't fill them all in, but I'll probably fill in tomorrow's and maybe a few things that I know how I want to space them out. And then I'll refer to the traveler's notebooks. I just find it's hard to get everything here. And I'm going to I forgot this last week, which I think is the first time I'd actually forgotten to do this, but I usually put one of these, and then I think I have a work sticker, but I think I'll probably just write work across. And I'm still going to leave a section up top, which is where I kind of record kind of general things that are happening, like payday or recycling. And then other things I just end up doing that day that don't necessarily fall into those categories. You just get these arrows across here. So yeah, so that's the plan for this week. I did actually mock up another dashboard idea, but I think I'm going to wait and use that next week instead. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put some, hi Ren, put some lines across. Oh, you know what? Actually, a smaller ruler might be better. I actually got this really nice one. Coffee Monsterz Co has this subscription boxes you can get. There's kind of 2 different forms of them. I think one's called the subscription parcel and the other's subscription mail. And this ruler was in one of them, and it's great. So I'll use this. So I'm just going to go ahead and put lines across just to mark off the 3 different areas. Okay, there we go. So I got the 3 different areas down. And yeah, so, I want to get to just a couple other stickers for here. One is payday, and the other is it will be a recycling pickup this Friday. So I love using these little, I have them in my little kind of folding thing as my label for these is just icons. They're just things to put kind of in calendars or in these spots. So yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. Yeah, so I'm going to start filling this in, and I liked doing this. I did it this kind of setup a few times last year, and I liked it. So I thought it's a good time to revisit it. Realistically, the thing that made it difficult was, one with work, like depending on my work day, it kind of influences how much other stuff I want to do. And so sometimes I'd plan stuff out, but then I wouldn't do it, which was okay just because of the way that work went. If I have a day where I'm dealing with a lot of clients, I may or may not want to do certain activities. I'll just get these headings in here. So wellness, home, and then finance. Yeah, and then I found I think I was being overly ambitious with what I was putting in each day. So I think I'm just going to put like a couple of things in each day. There we go. And I'll keep the main list of all what those things are in the Traveler's Notebook, which I have handy as well. And that is one of the other things I have written down in my kind of map out for February, also in a Traveler's Notebook, which one of the things is to show you that next week. Oh, geez, I just realized I just put next work instead of I was going to put next work because I was talking about it. You know what? Let's just cover this up with a big box. You gotta adapt. And I lost my train of thought. And there we go. Oh, that looks so cute with the little dragon onesie. So yeah, I think one or two things a day. Yeah, with the Traveler's. Oh, I know what I was gonna say is that, yeah, in the Traveler's Notebook, one of the things I did put for this month is to show you guys my Traveler's Notebooks, which I just haven't had an opportunity yet. But like I said, the one good thing about February, I think, is that I generally do have a little kind of more time to myself because there aren't like trips or a lot of getaways. Like I will see some family and friends. And also because it is still a little bit darker in the evening, I have a little more time. So just pop the next week in there. Oh, and I think here I will actually put quality of life because that's the theme for this month. And so this week will hopefully get me started. So yeah, that's kind of my rationale for what I've been doing. Hopefully it's all, my rambling makes sense. So yeah, this is how it looks. I think it came out pretty well. And I think the last bit of sticker is I do want to put, I'm going to use the stickers from the kit for the important and habits. I'll just cut them down. So here's the important, and I'll just cut down the habits too. And I think I'll just, I have been using the habit tracker, which I've enjoyed, but I don't want to put a full one in for this week. So I think I'll just pick a couple of things that I want to track along the way. I'm just cutting up this one. And then, yeah, I'll get this down and then I'll fill this in a little bit more and show you guys what it looks like. I'll be back in a second. All right, so here it is with a few more things filled in. So I've got a couple things that I know how I want to space them out, a few things for tomorrow. And then the two habits I'm going to do are no spend and tracking my coffee. And just as a quick peek, this is kind of one of my Traveler's Notebooks, this is my scribble notes, where I just had kind of made some notes about quality of life and then kind of mapped out some things I want to maybe include for this week. So I'll just kind of have a peek at that and then plan out each day. So yeah, I think this came out pretty well. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching and I'll see you soon. Bye.